Welcome back to our channel, Kentucky Fried Fun, and welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be taking this look and making it for less.
Don't leave me here forever. Don't let me be alone. Just you and me together.
If you are excited that spring is officially here, please be sure to leave my video a big thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, perhaps you're coming over from this challenge, welcome. I'm so glad that you decided to watch my video today. If you like what you see today, be sure to head on over to my channel and browse through it. While you are there, you'll find more decoration inspiration as well as cleaning and declutter motivation. If that sort of content interests you, I'd absolutely love it if you would consider subscribing, and then once you've clicked that little red subscribe button, be sure to also click the little bell that is right next to it so that you don't miss out on any more of my content. I do have a spring DIY coming out this Saturday, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on that video. This is a challenge that is being hosted by two ladies here on YouTube. The first one is Yanni from the Latina Next Door, and I participated in this Look for Less challenge that she hosts each month. I did participate in the one on January, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that video up in the cards and down in the description box in case you want to go check that one out. And each month she has a different co-host, and this month her co-host is Kristen from Kristen K. And I'll be sure to leave a link to both of their channels up in the cards and down in the description box so that when you finish watching my video, you can head over to their channels and check them out. This is in participation with the Look for Less challenge that Yanni hosts each month, and for this challenge she simply wants us to take a high-end item that we like and make it for less. For my high-end item, I have been absolutely loving the little topiary trees that you are probably seeing all over the place right now. They're so farmhouse chic, and I think they're perfect for springtime especially. So that is what I wanted to make for my Look for Less, and I just went online and Googled and looked up one that I liked, and this is the one that I found, and the price for it is. And so I am going to be using Dollar Tree products to remake this look for less. I found all the items that you'll need at the Dollar Tree. The first one is just this little tin pot. I liked it because it had the twine around it. They have other varieties that you can choose from. And then I'll be using this green foam. You can mold it, and I'm going to be molding one into a ball and then sticking the other one down inside of the tin to help hold the plant. And there's the moss that I'll be covering it with, and I'm hoping this moss sheet will help give some more coverage. And then also I will be using not just one like I thought, but I will end up using all four of these sticks. I'll just be pulling them off of the eggs and using them together. And then you'll also just need a glue stick. The first thing that I just did was, using my hands, I just kind of squished the sides just to kind of get it into somewhat more of a sphere shape. It wasn't a complete sphere, obviously, but it still worked out in the end. It's kind of hard to explain how I did this, but I think you can watch and get the idea. The next thing that I did was just take this moss sheet and I just kind of put it on there, and using the lines, the grid on the back of it really helped to cut a straight line, and I just kind of cut a square to it, and then I'll just be gluing that down on top. And I did think I would be able to kind of like bend the corners around, but it didn't really hold too well to the foam, so I did end up just kind of trimming the corners around the circle. I did the same exact thing to the other side. Now that I had both ends, it was time to get the middle, or the sides, I guess you could call it. Not really sides on a circle, but anyways, you get the idea. So I just kind of put glue in spots because it is a hot glue gun, so you know you can't put it all on there or it'll obviously dry before you get it all on there. And I just kind of pressed it down until it dried, and then I did use one more strip to finish it off. Now that I had the foam sheet glued on, I just started filling in the bare spots with my foam moss first. That way I made sure I was able to cover those. And you will notice there is a slight difference in the shades of green, so I did end up covering the whole ball, and it really did help, I think, to have the moss sheets. That way, if you weren't able to cover the entire thing, any little spots, it was still green, so it's hardly noticeable. But I was really happy because I was able to just use the most of the bag and cover my whole little sphere. Once I had covered up the obvious bare spots, I just started filling in like the circle part. That way I knew at least the sides would be covered before I did the outside. Now that I had the centers filled in, I just started working my way around the outside, and I used a tip I learned from one of my good friends here on YouTube, Brown Eyes on a Budget, and she just kind of would put some glue in there and then she would just kind of dab it. That way I think it helped stretch out your moss and make it last a little longer. And so thank you, Brown Eyes, if you're watching, for your tip. It certainly helped. And for those of you that are wanting to try this, one bag, I even had a little bit left over, was able to adequately cover my little sphere. Now that I had my whole sphere covered, I just went in and touched up any of the bare spots that I could see. Now that I had my one sphere all mossied up, I just stuck my other sphere down in there, and I then jammed the stick into my moss sphere. And you will see here that I had to angle the sphere a different way just to help stabilize the top sphere a little bit more. And I also used my grocery bags just kind of as filler, again, to help stabilize it, and also so that I won't have to use as much moss to fill in my little pot here. And you will see I am using a different color moss to cover it, and I just didn't have enough of the green moss, but this moss you can also get from Dollar Tree, and I actually like how it turned out better than it would with the green moss. Now that I had my filler in there, I just started applying my moss to it and covering it as much as I could. And you will see in the end clip that I did end up using all 4 of the sticks. I just kind of put some glue at the end of them and stuck it down in the foam. That way it also helped stabilize it some more. And using all 4 really helped, but you can get better sticks at like Dollar Tree or elsewhere. That way you don't have to use 4 of these. If you enjoyed watching me remake my look for less, give my video a big thumbs up. If you are new to my channel and like what you saw today, I would love it if you would subscribe. And then once you've clicked that red subscribe button, click that little bell right next to it so that you don't miss out on any more of my content. I do have another spring DIY coming out this weekend, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on that. Also, if you have made or are planning to make one of these little topiaries, I would love to see your creation. And if you just want to simply post a picture of it over on Instagram and then tag me in that picture so I am sure to see it, I would absolutely love that. And I'll be sure to leave my Instagram here on the screen. as well as down in my description box so that you can go follow me on Instagram. And lastly, if you are as excited as I am that spring is officially here, comment down below. Comment down below also, does it actually feel like spring wherever you are? I know it does sometimes here in Kentucky, but not all the time. And as always, I hope that you have a blessed day, and I hope to see y'all later, and bye!